Uh, are we rolling?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, I'm Greg Clegg, and oh yeah, and I am just a third of the three Black Pratt grads. We are from well, we're not from. We're all from Brooklyn, I think. You guys from Brooklyn, right? You a
Yes.
Brooklyn boy? Yeah, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we should change it to three Brooklyn boys. Forgive me. We are three Black Pratt grads. We graduated from Pratt Institute, a very stuffy highbrow fine art school
The
in
Institute.
Brooklyn. So we got in the Brooklyn. Yeah, it's an institute. I was institutionalized. We was all institutionalized. Uh, God forgive me. Um, but we're fine art photographers. We graduated from the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, New York, at Manhattan campus, and from the fine art photography program. So we love photography for different reasons. We still do, what we do. We still shoot. At least some of us do. You still shooting, right, Mark? Say yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lie to me.
No, no,
Okay,
I'm
good.
taking
And
pictures.
we used to do the thing at Pratt where we would, take some photographs and put them up on the wall and critique them. We call it, weekly crit or whatever. But now we're just, guys with a lot of photo experience, professional photo experience in different facets, and we still love talking about photography. So that's what this is. Three black patriots talking about photography. Um, from a traditional photography standpoint. I'm going to shut up now, and we're going to move right into this topic. You guys got any?
Go right on, Greg.
All fairness, I'm in the middle of a move, so I'm a little loopy right now, but it's all good. Let's go to the first picture. Let's see what I got. The today's topic is soul food, and seeing as how I've been in a move and finding one way or another to really put my life in transition again, which was, by the way, was my college thesis title, thesis, Transitions into the Unknown. Actually, not a bad series of pictures, but this one, for some reason, I don't know if it's a cleansing, but for soul food, not that I was showing empty crates with a low price on it. I kind of felt like, okay, it's a renewal. It's the infinity. It's the circle of life. Did I say? Oh my God, I said it. Okay, and everybody, and it moves us all, Simba. Okay, so I was thinking there's a new opportunity, for filling the crates with whatever I want. And that was my soul food for the moment, the healing process, the letting the universe do what it do. Sometimes you get a full crate, sometimes you get nothing. So that's kind of where I am, or was, or what I'm going through. They say if you're going through hell, don't stop, keep going. All right, next picture, please. Is it up?
Yeah.
Because I can't see it. Um, yeah, I was taking some train rides, and this is the first time I ever saw like a vacant car, and it looked like a movie set. And I was like, okay, here we go again, the motions of going somewhere. And then again, an empty space. But it for me, what I was seeing was something with a lot of potential, and that kind of resonated with me. So. Soul food can be many things to many people. You say soul food to just like a photograph. You look at a photograph, 100 people look at the same photograph, they come up with 100 different what they saw in it. So that's all I got. Soul food transitions. We're moving right along. Who's taking it up next? Mark, you up?
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
I had a question about the train car. Is that
Go ahead.
it's funny because for me, I'm sure baggage carts aren't as well appointed with plugs and carpeting. But did anyone ever say why that particular train car had no seating? Was it because they just wanted to make sure everybody was in the same spot, or were they keeping socially distant by putting spaces between cars, or? Was there an explanation, or you just found it and it was amazing?
It's, I have no idea. I didn't ask. I found it. I didn't ask. When I got my camera, I came back and got some video and some stills of it. Don't know if it was a COVID thing, but all I saw was this big empty space on a train, and I've never, ever, ever, ever seen that before. So that's all I got to say about that.
Understood. Okay. All right. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly because I have 4 photos and that would be too much time. About
Uh-oh.
no, about I can't count now. Oh, in about 12 years ago, my wife was doing recipes from a cookbook. Oh my gosh, it was called Cooking Vegan. I think it's Cooking Vegan with Style, and I forgot the guy's name. And I feel silly because I don't remember whose cookbook she was cooking the food for. So, but we had a oh, it's called Cooking Vegan with Soul was the name of the book. And I don't remember the author's name. He's a famous chef. He's out west. And he had all these wonderful dishes and we recreated them. Actually, she created them, recreated them. And I photographed them and then we posted them on a blog that she was doing at the time. And this particular dish is a vegan Jamaican patty. And so if you go to the next one, it's literally soul food from the West Indies. If you go to the next photo, this is what they call Hoppin' John. This
Well, you
is,
got to tell us what it is.
well, yeah, I did. It
You
was
got to
a,
tell us what it is at
oh,
least.
I can't remember what all the ingredients are. I'm so sorry. I just know it's a vegan.
Ay, ay, ay.
If you
Is
go,
there a headline? What's the
if you
headline?
if you go to Cooking Vegan with Soul blogspot, I think it is, you'll see the whole. She puts the recipes up. She puts the link to the book. We did a whole big series of them, and I don't remember all of them, and I want to go through these
Okay.
quickly. This is called Hoppin' John. It's a New Year's Day dish in African American communities. It's soul food,
Yeah.
very popular.
Black
And
eyed peas, couscous, and tomato?
I think it's black eyed peas and rice.
Okay.
But anyway, but the next
I
one.
think
So,
it's pizza
so
with extra cheese.
and this one is a dish. I believe it's from Sierra Leone. It's from a cookbook that someone I know had done. He did a cookbook for them. I photographed it. So the person named the guy's name is Shamika Ademu. Please forgive me if I mispronounced your last name, Ademu John. And the name of the book is called My Wife's Hands, and it features a 74-page book. It features dishes that his wife had created or cooked from Africa, specifically the Sierra Leone area. And I think that's the nation they're from. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I feel bad about that. I should say hello, Sheikah. And I thought soul food very literally, but at the same time, it was sort of like the idea of Pan-Africanism. Since we were 3 black grads, I covered a soul food from the West Indies, a soul food from the continent of Africa, and a soul food from the United States. I didn't get soul food from South America. I apologize. The West Indies will have to represent everything south of North Carolina. And if you go to the 4th photo, I went for the rhetorical sense of soul food. Episode ago, I talked about how one of the best surprises I had was photographing sports. Well, these are a couple of kids who were a couple of years ago champion runners, cross-country runners for their school. And I just thought it was just really great to see these kids enjoying themselves and moving forward into their future and being champions at the same time. And that was rhetorically soul food for me in that sense. So when you talk about soul food, I had literal and I had the rhetorical in the same. And I hope I haven't taken up too much time. Ken, it's your turn.
No, you haven't. Okay.
I think you did great, Mark. You did great. I like you covered all the food, and you are full a literal guy. So there it is, and the food looked delicious. Go ahead. Sorry. All right, Ken, you're up. What's up?
Okay, so I'll just preface this by saying when you mentioned the word soul or the term soul food, I didn't necessarily go to edible, but I went to something of the psyche. And so we'll start out with an
Can't wait
external
to see what you
psyche
came up
soul.
with.
And so when I see someone else exhibiting a certain level of excitement from outside stimuli, in this particular instance, music, and they're exhibiting something akin to an African dance, and I say that's soulful. And so their psyche is being fed by the rhythm of the music and the rhythm of the drum. And so that to me is feeding the soul, hence soul food. So this is what I'll reference as one version of soul food. And again, soul food being feeding the psyche on all three. So I have this example of it, and then I have this second example of it. And these are all basically reactions to rhythms of music, and they're all different ways of expression in regard to someone getting their soul fed by, the rhythm of music or the rhythm of sound or the sound or the rhythm of sound in general. And the third one would be this one. And so all of them are just references for me. And again, it's kind of interesting because when you feed the soul, the question is, which soul are you feeding? As a photographer, when you look at an image or look at something that's a possible photograph, you're being fed something that feeds your psyche. And so it's sort of a mutual thing here. They're feeding their soul based on the music, and I'm feeding my soul based on their reactions to the music, plus my ability to capture their reactions to that music. And so it's a sort of a double feed off of one idea. So that's all I got. That's what I got. Soul food.
And you said it spot on. I enjoyed that. When I thought about it, I was thinking about, images or things that keep us shooting,
Uh,
but you both of you guys really nailed it from, your perspective, and that's what I like. That's one of the main reasons why I don't put a title on photographs, because I need to know what feeds my soul is what other people see in the image without me telling them what to see.
mhm.
So
Well,
that being that,
I, I
go
got
ahead, Ken. Go
I
ahead,
got
Mark.
I
Sorry.
got to say really quickly. The name of the book was called Vegan Soul Kitchen by Bryant Terry, and that's enough about me. But Ken, I wanted to
Cool.
say that the photographs that you presented, they remind me of a lot of the photographs from the episode where we talked about Black photographers in Minetta Sleet, and you can see the influence. And you'd said at the time, "Oh, you can see the influence in my work," but with these three, I can actually really see the influence of that real appreciation of
10 seconds,
being
Mark.
involved with what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool. I get it.
Good choices. I like the imagery. I've always liked your photography, Ken. Same thing with you, Mr. Skinner. Great observations. You are to the letter. You are you. That's all I got.
Well,
We had
well,
three black
I feel
brands.
bad because you
Uh-oh.
showed a lot of empty baskets, and I'm like, I don't want to say. It's like, how do I address guys empty baskets? But I mean,
I'll
what
just say,
it's
say
the
just
absence of.
say what you see.
Well, what I saw were the empty baskets, but I wanted to ask you a question about those. And I think I
Go
think
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think it's a very interesting photo. But I really, you say you don't want to title photos. I really want to know what interval this is. Is this the absence of food after it's been sold out and there's a shortage in that place, or is this in the preparation? Because you mentioned the idea, sort of a renewal, the preparation of a sales spot, a selling spot, or a point of purchase before they put the materials in there.
There's just too many infinities there. I mean, okay. I'm gonna cut down on the art speak if I can. Um, there are okay. If I tell you what I saw when I shot it, that will influence what you see when you see it. When you see it, it's a new experience because all the wiring in you tell you what it is that you're seeing. my wiring, that's part of the soul food. It's like, well, what do you see, and what makes you snap the shutter? You know what I'm saying? So
Right. What you're saying is
that is
you want
a
to
soul food,
contextualize
but
the image. Right. I get it.
right, I don't want to pretext it. And then why should I take from you the opportunity or the time or whatever to experience the photograph where you are?
Right.
That I
I,
don't feel
I
that's
hear you. I
my
hear you. I hear you. But it's interesting because they're very provocative photos because they speak to our sense of potential lack. And I think because a lot of us these days are kind of programmed to think of those types of photos editorially, I think that it's an interesting thing. I'd like to know, is that before the baskets are being filled, or is that the absence of what was? That's all. It's just a personal. But I like them. I think they're great picks.
We lost your audio, Greg. Try again. For some reason, we don't have your audio. Okay.
I
Greg, okay. With that, I'll close off by saying thanks for joining us. We are the Three Black Pratt grads with Greg Cleghorn, Mark Skinner. I'm Kenneth Nelson. We'll catch you later on Three Black Pratt grads. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.